Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite card tricks, and if you're my friend, you've probably seen it before. It's really cool. I don't know why I like it so much, but I learned it at Penn State from these two guys from Brazil, and they were amazing, and they had other tricks, but I'm not that cool, so I only know this one. But anyway, it goes like this. So, got my cards here, and I'm gonna leave the box here because that'll be important later. And I'm just gonna kind of go through, make sure the jokers are out because don't need them. Alright, there we go. And I'll give the cards a quick shuffle. A little fancy shuffling, but not really. Okay, and the point is really simply for me to find your card. So how it goes to choose a card is I'm gonna ruffle through like this. Someone says stop at some point in the middle, then I'll cut the deck. So stop. There we go. And this is your card. Don't show me, but I'm showing you. And then I will give the deck to you, and you can shuffle or do whatever you want. So then the person will take it, they'll shuffle it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll hand it back to me, and I'll be like, okay, what I can do is I can look through and find your card, or I can find it a different way. And that is when I'll hand you the box, and I'll say, look inside. And you're like, but there's nothing in here. JK. That's your card, isn't it? Mind blown. And that's the whole trick. So it's really pretty easy. It just takes a little bit of sleight of hand, and I think that's why I like it, is because it's not like those self-working tricks. There's actually like a minute amount of skill involved. But the way you do it is you have to have a tricky card box like mine. So it's set up to have this on the inside. Alternatively, you can use card boxes that look more like this, where it has a card on the box already. And it's handy, this one is particularly handy because there's another one on the back too, so you can do the trick twice. With this box, you can do the trick twice as well. I have boxed out on the flap there, it says Ace of Spades, and that is less conspicuous. So if I do the trick again, usually I tell people, check the flap, and they're like, oh, that's something new. So the way you do it is it all comes down to having the card you want them to choose on the top of the deck. So I want them to choose the Ace of Spades. Say I'm gonna repeat it and use the flap. You can shuffle just like normal, you just have to be careful. So I can like shuffle like this, and shuffle back and forth. If you drop cards, it's fine, doesn't really matter. And then you can even shuffle this way. You just have to, again, be careful and make sure this stays on top. That was exaggerated, but you get the point. And so when you ruffle the cards, you generally have to hold the deck a certain way. You can hold it however you want, but the point is to have the most surface area from your fingers on this top card, and that is going to be what ensures that it sticks, because when you pull it, the surface area will keep this card sticky here. So I do it like this. I stick my second finger like this, and then I have my other three fingers wrapped around, and then I ruffle through with my thumb. It's supposed to be a one-handed thing, so you can pull out the deck with your other hand. It'll probably take a little practice. You just want to hold it tight enough, but not too tight. So I'll say stop, and all you do is you pull up really quickly, and like this card will stay, right? And then you just do it real fast. And when you do it like that, people aren't generally expecting it, and also this hand helps kind of cover what is going on. So then that's done. You have to be confident because if you're like, oh, I wasn't sure if that worked, you know, you just have to just be like, okay, I know this is your card, and give it to them and pretend like you know it's going to be there, because you should. But in case you don't, then you can do it again. Anyway, so they take the card, you're like, whatever. They can shuffle, whatever. This is the part, like, if you're going to repeat the trick, this is the part where you would set up for repeating it. So what you would do, say I want to do it again. The King of Spades is the card I would need on top if I was going to repeat it, because that's the other card on the box. So what I will do is I'll kind of like go like this a little, in the meantime looking for the King of Spades so that I can make sure it'll wind up on top. And then I'll be like chatting and then be like, okay, that's when you say, find your card in this box. And that is the whole trick, and it's pretty cool. Once you get the hang of it, it can really impress some people, and it's fun and easy. You just have to be a little bit creative in looking at the boxes. Sometimes also you can look at the jokers, like this joker has a few cards on it, so if I wanted to, I could stick this in the box. And it makes it a little cooler because they take the box and they're like, oh man, there's a card in here. But anyway, that's all I got for now.